for you to come off mute if you can.
Good morning, Lynn.
Great morning to you.
Great morning, Lynn. Monita
Oh,
here, Queens, New York.
listen, hopefully you're keeping warm out there today.
Yes, pretty decent out here up east. We're good. We're good.
Wonderful. Well, listen, for those of you who may not have been on the reading this morning, make certain that you get the information so that you are definitely here next Saturday. Not only will it pour into your business, but it will pour into your life as well. And don't come alone. I would suggest that as well. So again, if you've not been able to participate in the readings that come prior to these trainings, make certain that you get with your upline support and have them give you the information so they can join us next week.
Lynn, we are live now.
Thank you so
Hi,
much.
Yolanda.
Good morning, Yolanda.
I got my notepad ready. Okay, you are a co-host now. Are you able to open your camera now, Lynn?
Thank you. I am. Thank you for reminding me because I have been known to keep it closed.
There you
go.
are. All right, so the microphone is yours. Great morning, and thank you for your time.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. Listen, I'm not going to be before you long, but the one thing that I do want to have you guys get very comfortable with before I even get started is that this is going to be interactive. The agenda is going to be short and it's going to be sweet, but most important, it's going to put you in a position to where you can walk away and apply it right away to get the desired results that, this company wants you to have. It's on the table. I would suggest you stop leaving it there. It's going to be interactive. We're going to go ahead and cover the hub. We'll also cover a bit about the promotion. And understand, guys, the training in the hub, it is thorough. Don't be afraid to open it. I want to leave some space for some questions and some answers. Oftentimes you're here on training and we don't get to hear what it is that you guys feel that you might be missing, what that disconnect is. And I wanted to have it to be where you can be hands-on, especially when getting back there into your hub. Where to start? Start, first of all, by making certain that you are plugged into the MWR Telegram. The link is here. If you don't have it, we'll make certain that by the end of, you will have it. But more importantly, make certain that you subscribe and then set your notifications accordingly. It was in the Telegram on the 31st of March that they announced, and this is what all your communication pieces are. Just in case you haven't done this, this is where Mr. House inside the Telegram group was mentioning for you to go ahead and register your invitation link. He gave you the procedures to do just that, really simple. And then letting you know that once you activate in the hub, not only did you activate the hub, but you activated your links as well, which enabled you to go ahead and click on it, to paste it wherever you needed to so you can save it and have automatic access to it. But then you can paste it, which means you can use it, not just to save it, but to utilize it as well. This way, the registrants that you invite will automatically land on your replicated viewer page so that with the system that they have in place, they now can be accounted for. And we have a campaign, considered to be the drip campaign, that now the company in and of itself is going to be implementing some marketing tools for you. Understand your links that are back there, and I'll show you just in a bit, for your personal viewing, for you to actually plug into those weekly viewings, your link is going to be distinct. It looks the same. It has the same core, but at the very end, after webinar, it's going to be dash inside. That's not listed in your links in your hub, but make certain that you're making note of it and you're saving it somewhere. Mark your calendars as well. Set your alarm because it's easy to miss. We get busy during the course of the day. So make certain you set in your alarm so that you don't miss it, but more importantly, that you're inviting. Again, the distinction being on your link at the very end, it has dash inside. Don't share that link with anyone. The link that you're sharing with those who you want to join at 8 p.m. Eastern on those meetings is without the inside. Now, if you share that, they'll be able to view it, but your contact information will not be gathered so that during the registration process, they won't be included in that drip campaign. So again, saving. As far as your links, if you don't know how or where, let us discuss that today. Look at the new marketing hub as a prospecting and a presentation system. Activating your hub, once again, it also activates your links, one and the same. So don't think once I activate my hub, where is it that I go to activate my links? Activate your hub, and that covers everything. The registrants, those who you invite, is captured in the hub so that we have like 11 different autoresponders, a drip campaign that's going to do the marketing to bring these individuals along to where they either make a decision or they opt out. The CRM is just a tool. It's a tool to accelerate the growth of your business, to enhance your experience with the MWR family so that you can accelerate your success. This is what you're going to see once you log into your MWR membership portal. And if some of you are getting errors, let us know. If you can look here in this UR bar, well, a copy of it. If you can look up here in the UR where it has user first, then MWRfinancial.com. If you are attempting to go into your portal under just simply MWRfinancial.com, you could very well get an error. Just simply address that by putting user in front, and you should be able to log in. So once again, when you log in, this is the first thing you'll now see is your quick start checklist. Complete this within your first 24 hours. Don't even give it 48. It's really simple. By now, you would have already activated your e-wallet pay card. Here's where, again, you're going to activate your marketing hub. Nothing, all you have to do is put a check mark in the box and it's activated. When you activate the marketing hub, again, your invitation links are automatically activated as well. And then continue to go ahead and complete your checklist. Once you've done that, when you return to your back office, this is now what you're going to see. It's going to let you know that you've completed all the steps. Up to the very top, you can click on the membership portal to go into your back office or your business center. But your focus here in this discussion today is going to be about the marketing hub. Training center is there, but that training center would be in your portal. The training we're going to be referring to today is going to be in your marketing hub. When you get back there, you're going to see your links that you're going to be sharing. That very first link, again, it just has webinar at the end. You have to, right here in between, I'm gonna be honest, when you read the telegram message, some people say they just simply didn't understand it. Some people actually thought it was inactive, that you can click on it. You cannot. The root of it here is makewealthreal.me/. You have to insert your username with no spaces in the middle. And then as far as simply your MWR site that you might want to share with someone, if you do not, again, in the front, use the URL that I just shared with you, you have to put in makewealthreal.com for now to populate. Here's a link, obviously, that when someone's ready to enroll, you have the link there for it. But again, it's all back there inside your hub. And once you've completed those tasks, the first checklist, this is going to always remain because it's a daily activity checklist, more like your accountability partner, to where you are sharing in 3 to 5 conversations daily. You're sending out at least 2 to 3 invites, and then you follow up. So it's a complete cycle that repeats itself and repeats itself, that you can have the success that you're looking for. Back there in your hub, in the marketing hub, once you log in and you've clicked on the hub, you're going to go to the dashboard where you're going to see the training. So this is where we're going to be hands-on, and it's not going to be long today because honestly, guys, you have this information already. So when you click on training, you're going to then click on category and then get started. And once you complete the task back there, you want to go ahead and mark that section off as complete. Now I'm going to stop sharing for a second because with Zoom, sometimes you have to stop sharing so that you can share once again. And I want to just share real briefly with you. And then of course, once I cover my screen, guys, I cannot see. So that if someone can let me know that they can actually see the hub.
We see it full screen.
Thank you, Ron. I can't see you, but I know that voice. So once you come back here, you want to go ahead and click on training. And the reason why there is not really, I want to be here to answer questions. We've got a number of team leaders here that can answer your questions as well. But when I say to you that this training is thorough, it is thorough. Once you click on training, you want to go ahead and click on category and then get started. Here, guys, you can see all the training that's necessary for you to master the hub. Not only master the hub, and I'm going to take that off the table. Don't get ready to get ready, taking all the time to master it. Just implement the strategies that are suggested here so that you can have a proof of concept. Once you click on get it started, fairly.
So how do you share with the system? Well, primarily you're either going to do active promotion that you do want to tag, and it gives you an example of it.
And there you have it. You just click on the arrow and you listen, take some notes, but more importantly, you're applying what's taught to you back there. Likewise with the presenting, the enrolling, the elevating, it's all back here. So there really is no need to sit here on a training to push these buttons because the learning is, guys, is going to actually come in the digital. Going to stop sharing that so that we can go back to the actual quickness of what we're going to do today here, because again, I want to be hands-on with it. So again, when you go into the hub, just simply click on your training. And I do hope you guys have at least 2 devices or feel comfortable. Don't want you to miss the Zoom, but feel comfortable in at least practicing this today. And again, mark it as being complete once you've done each section. So at this point, I am going to stop sharing. I said this is going to be interactive. So what I've shared thus far, feel free to come off mute, or if you've been typing in the chat, I cannot see it. And I'm sure Fernando will let us know what questions might be there. Is anyone having and you're in a safe place, guys. So is anyone having a difficult time logging into their portal? Has everyone already activated? Or I can put it this way. Is there anyone who has not activated and that needs help?
Or maybe, Lynn, if there's someone that is already using it, they can give us a testimonial to see what results they're having. You can raise
That's
your
fine.
hand.
That's fine. Feel free to raise your hand and let us know how it's working for you, the success stories. We welcome it. We only learn and grow by it ourselves.
That's right. Okay.
If no
Real quick,
testimonials, go ahead.
let me see. Not yet, but real quick, I've been using the hub. As a matter of fact, a real quick note, maybe Eric can come out of mute for a quick minute because we had an incredible training yesterday in how to contact people and what he's starting to implement, which is to use the hub is very simple. You don't have to, kind of reinvent the wheel. What I'm doing, you guys can put it into practice, is we are creating a connection of asking for help. So I'll use Lynn as an example, as being one of my friends in my contact list. So in order for me to use the hub, they know that I've been around MWR for quite some time, most of my contacts, right? They just haven't really triggered with the information. But this is now aligning another type of conversation where I am asking for help. All right. And this is basically what I say. Listen, we came across something that we're truly excited about in the platform and we're testing it. Would you test it with me? Can I ask you to participate? And a lot of people say, yes. What do I need to do? I'm going to send you a link. And what I want you to do is I want you to take it for a test drive to let me know how smooth it is, or if you had a difficult time participating in the program. They say, sure, send it out. So once they send it out, and I tell them right up front, put your name, put your last name, put your email and your phone number, and I'll receive a notification. And as soon as I do, I'll say, thank you. Right after that, if you want to take the information that is there for a test drive just to take a look at what's being shared, would you let me know and give me your feedback on it? Okay, so the way I do this is very simple and it's working, Lynn. People are responding. I had a gentleman yesterday that, as a matter of fact, I've been dripping on him with my WhatsApp broadcast. And he was a heavy hitter in our practice company. He almost became a vice president with that company. He goes, Fernando, I'm ready to pay attention. I know you talked to me about this 3.5 years ago, and I'm ready. how did I see his participation is because he was a part of the hub. And I saw his email came in, name, last name, phone number, everything. So when I received that from the hub, I was pretty impressed. So I have an appointment with him today. So it works. Don't complicate things. You know, if you have this tool that is extending you the simplicity of communicating with others, ask for help. You're taking this for a test drive. You're doing a survey on the program to see how efficient it is, right? And people like to say, I agree, I want to help you. I want to really put this together and help you. But Eric, if you have a quick minute and what you've been sending out, I don't know, I probably caught you off guard. So maybe you want to share what we trained on yesterday in regards to the broadcast and how is it that you're communicating with your folks?
Sure, Fernando. And what happened yesterday was just yesterday. So it's something that's hard for you to really visualize. But here's two things that I would definitely say. Number one is that you already have a warm list. However many people are in your phone, you already have their phone numbers. But the problem is that we don't stay in contact with a lot of people. So some of those phone numbers are no good anymore. We've lost touch with people. And what this whole thing is really all about, if you just think of it, it's all about having conversations, right? Because you can't pitch anything to anybody that you don't even have a conversation with. And so the important thing is to, reignite. So I've got a pretty decent sized database in my phone. And what I wanted to do is really two things. One is to spark a little conversation, right? To see, and number two is I wanted to see if the phone numbers were still good. Now, typically, if you were to go out and buy a list, right, that you want to market to, and they say that there's about a 1 to 2% response rate, right? So if you want to make one sale, you're going to have to buy like 200 leads because you're going to get a 1 to 2% response rate out of that 100. And that's the expectation, right? So if you get 1 or 2 people that respond to you, then you set an appointment, you got a 50-50 chance that they'll show up and a 50-50 chance that they're going to want to move forward with your idea because it might not be the right time. But see, all along, you're having this conversation. Now, yesterday, Fernando showed me that I could use WhatsApp. We all have WhatsApp, and the WhatsApp even has a function that and everybody should be using WhatsApp, by the way. Once you have WhatsApp, it will look and it'll say, do you want me to look in your phone book at who has a WhatsApp account? So it'll automatically find out who is on WhatsApp for you. And then what you do is that you can set up what's called a new broadcast. And yesterday we were figuring out between, Fernando's Android and my iPhone, how that best works. But when you open up WhatsApp, you run it through, let it access all of your contacts. And then you set what's called a new broadcast up. And you can put up to 256 names. So I just went right in order of my address book from the first one, and I filled it up to the 256, and I call that group 1, right? And all I sent out, and I'll read you exactly what I sent out to start out with. Hang on one quick second. So here's a great example. And I just wrote, hi from Eric Wilner, period. Updating my addresses and wanted to say and see if this number, say hi and see if this number still works. A quick yes or a hi will be appreciated. That's all I sent out. And I get back answers from yes, si, senor, hi. And this one said yes. And then I replied to that with, great, I'll keep this information current. Hope all is well with you too. What are you up to these days? And then from there, well, I got this one here from one person. Well, generally speaking, real estate auctions, and as recently starting to work with a high-end custom home developer called Blue Heron to grow their business. What about yourself? Still running the radio show? So mission accomplished right there. You know, current number, active conversation, and now I can introduce whatever I want from that point forward. Now, remember, this only started yesterday. I sent out 2 groups of 256 people. So I filled 2 up, and I was quite frankly concerned that I didn't want to be overwhelmed by a response. In other words, the only thing worse than not having leads is not following up on your leads. So to each one of those, I'm very diligent about, you know, acting so to show that it's a real person, not some automation, which people hate. And now today I'm gonna do another 2 groups, but I'm gonna go back to the other one and keep that conversation going. Because now, once I can say something like what Lynn was teaching on, hey, I came across a project that I'm working on also I find real interesting, and I'd love your opinion. Could you watch a quick video for me? That's all. I'm not asking them to do anything. Would you watch a video for me? And obviously the people who are curious enough to respond back to the first conversation will probably say yes. If not, they'll be honest and say, no, I don't have time for anything new right now, but good luck. Cool. And hope we can stay in touch so that it doesn't go this long until we speak again. Now think about that. When you have all of those people, having active conversations. Hey, by the way, do you have I'm just thinking out loud now, but hey, let me know what your Facebook is. I'd love to follow what's going on with you. Here's mine. Right? Because I want to start getting more traffic. Because some people just want to observe what you're doing for a little bit before they decide to jump in and everything. So it's not an overnight process. But here's what I took away. Number one, I'm a big proponent of one-to-many, right? My radio show is all about talking one-to-many. When we do webinars and seminars, it's about talking one-to-many. This is what real leverage is all about. And so I sent out 500. I estimated that I got about 40 responses. Okay. I'm sorry, about 25, maybe 20, 30, maybe 40. It's somewhere in that number. But here's the thing. 1% response rate would have been 5. 5. 10% would have been 50. So I got far more response rate than I would have simply buying a cold list and trying to, throw, dirt up against the wall. And so I got very excited because a lot of these people I would love to talk to, and I'm excited that they want to talk to me. I'm also knowing that, not everybody checks their WhatsApp right away. So last night I got a bunch. This morning I got several more. And I anticipate that I'll keep getting more. And the bottom line is that I got a very high response rate. I've got conversations going, and now it's the follow-up process. So again, I'm super grateful. And by the way, while we were doing the reading book, Fernando taught me a second strategy, which I didn't know. I've been using, I've been a Google user for ages. But I didn't know that I could use Google Calendar to set up for the people that I'm inviting, for example, for the reading club. Instead of having to text them every week as a reminder, I can set up a calendar event on my calendar, which it's going to be there anyway, but I can invite guests up to, what was it, 100 or 150?
150.
150 guests that I can invite. And then in the Google Calendar, you usually set up a notification, a reminder 10 minutes or 30 minutes before, so that everybody who's now on that calendar, probably some of you are wondering how the 8 o'clock meetings suddenly popped up on your calendar. That was Fernando putting you in his calendar, and you're getting a reminder, which he doesn't have to do every week. It's automated, it's leverage. And so what I did, Fernando, is I've already set up next week's reading club. I added all the people that I wanted to invite. And these are people who have told me before that they like reading and reading club type activities. And so there's about 15 people right there that every week will get a calendar notification 30 minutes before we start that there's a reading club, and hopefully that'll help to build up the thing. But these are little automations, right? These are little automations that allow us to leverage what we're doing. And, just remember one thing, it's not about closing the sale, right? People don't want to be sold. They want to buy when it suits them, when it's good for them. And so all I want to do is have the conversation, do a little bit of education along the way. And whoever wants to come along, come along. Whoever doesn't want to, I still love you. Back to you, Fernando.
Wow. See, ladies and gentlemen, we call this strategy. This is work in progress in the people that you're going to attract, in your teams as clients. And as a matter of fact, since we've been using the Hub, I've been able to help 5 new memberships for clients, for customers, and 1 marketing director. And we're signing up a few more. And we just started with this Hub. So if it's working for me, if you started to work for Eric to establish relationships, I guarantee you 90 days down the road, Eric, you're going to be exploding your business like there's no tomorrow. Because the final objective of this communication with people is to get them into the Hub. Once they jump on the Hub, they start to see how the system works. It's got 11 dripping campaigns to be able to get people lined up with information. If they're not ready to decide to move forward, at least you already got them on calendars. You got them in WhatsApp. And then now you brought them to the main funnel, which is our MWR funnel. And that dripping campaign there. This is when the closing is going to start to happen. But it takes this kind of footwork to be able to make it happen. And again, if we're going to talk about this a little bit more in detail, next Saturday, we can probably train on what I trained Eric on yesterday, and we can all learn. But one thing we do ask is for participation. You got to have your cell phone, and you got to have, either your computer or your tablet, and you be doing some of that work yourself. So you can take this with you and run with it. Okay. So, Lynn, we thank you so much. I'm turning the microphone back to you.
No,
Hey,
thank you.
guys, that was great. That's fabulous. Thank you so much for all of that.
And that was priceless. And if you anywhere like me, I started with, okay, what can I grab? And I wasn't bashful about saying, okay, they're going to see me writing. But the one thing, guys, leverage. If you felt like you needed to hear this information again, leverage the recording. If you're not subscribing and following on YouTube, we'll get that information to you. I'm sure Fernando will go ahead and put it inside the chat. The information that you received today is priceless. People pay thousands of dollars to just get what you heard in this short span of time. So what you probably expected this morning, you got way more than you bargained for. So I took away several things, but if you did nothing else, just leverage, which is most powerful, your current database of individuals. Rolodex, I'm sure going with the wind, but be it in your phone, check out your emails, whatever the case might be. Leverage your current contacts to see if, number 1, they're still active, and 2, so that now you can begin to attract them, to share information with them and get them into the fold of what we're doing. So I thank you both, Fernando and Eric, for what you guys shared today. Priceless, totally priceless. So the
Thank you,
Q&A,
Lynn.
the Q&A was this wait and go. No, you're very welcome. My pleasure. And this is what we wanted, guys. We wanted this to be interactive, because if you're not applying this information, it goes on deaf ear, and that's just not what we want. We want everyone here to be a definite success. So again, I thank you guys for that time. So exactly what Eric shared, what Fernando just shared, as far as, provided into us, the word shared just happened to come up again. But make certain that you have someplace saved your actual username, your invitation link that you can share with someone. Once you share that link for the nightly events or whatever it is that you're sharing with them, this is going to be the first thing that they'll see. They're going to register. So this is pretty much, and here's what we're going to do here in just a bit too. We want you guys to go ahead and send yourself a link so that you can see what this looks like. So once you share your actual link with them, that's the first response that they will receive, which is an invite to go ahead and register their information to the live stream. Then they will see, also, let me just say here, if they do a registration early, you can go ahead and click on where it says remind me. So if you're doing it like 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before, 15, preferably, but if you do it any earlier, you can set the notifications to where you can get a reminder when it starts, and you can also watch it on YouTube. So though you see this red arrow here in the middle, when it pops up, just down below to your right, you can watch it on YouTube as well. And then provide any commentation and commentary that you need to. The distinction, once again, your link, it is not back there in your list of links in your hub. The distinction being when you share with someone, it's just going to say webinar at the end. For you to join, and no one can join these live streams unless there's an invitation. For you to join, you have to put inside at the very tail end of where it says webinar. And that would be the distinction between the two. And sharing your link, you can go ahead and use the template, which MWR has provided one for us, or you can use a meme. And there's several memes, but don't just send out the invitation blanketly. At least pre-frame it or send some type of information. And I think, today we've got some information from both Fernando and Eric on how we can pre-frame before we send out anything at all. The CRM, this is what you'll receive once you send out the invite. MWR will send you an email congratulating you that you have a new prospect. It's going to include their name as well as their email. Not only is the CRM here, it's a complement, it's a tool, but this information is here for you to utilize and follow up as well. You'll be provided with their email as well as their phone number. So pretty much we're almost done, but even on that part, as far as what you're receiving, feel free to come off mute. Is there a question about that segment or anything that you'd like to add to it, Fernando?
I've got a question.
Sure, Ron.
That last slide you just showed, where did you get that from? Did you make it or did you find it in our back office?
Everything here I have made in accordance to what is in the back office or email. So once you send out an invite to someone, and perhaps you've missed it, but check the email, Ron, because this is what you will see once you send out an invite. So
Okay.
you sent out an invite, right?
Yes.
Okay, so check your email and make certain it is not going into your spam. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. So let's do some drill for skills. The learning or the earning comes by doing, and the doing, by doing so, the application of, hence is going to become your earning. So I'm coming off camera, and I'm going to come off camera once we go ahead and drill on these few things. Most of you have probably already done it, but for those who have not or have questions on it, if you're getting some errors, please let us know. So we're going to go back there, going into our back office, and we're going to activate our hubs. Find a space to save your links, even if you're writing it down. And if you need to know how to save it, for instance, I'm an Android user. I use Google Keeps. I have Google Keeps, just like they spoke about the calendars, and it all speaks to itself if you want. And that's pretty much what a CRM is, whether we realize it or not. So you can use Google Keeps if you're an Android user. You can see that on your computer as well as your phone. It kind of syncs to one another, if you will. So save your link somewhere where you always have access to it. And then right now we're going to send ourselves an invite as though we're a guest, so we can see exactly what that looks like. And the question Ron just asked, then we get to see what it is that our, go ahead.
Are you showing something on your screen? Because we just see you.
Well, thank you so very kindly. How far were you guys going to let me go?
My imagination was flowing. I'm like, wow, she's really painting a good picture, Lynn. Thanks,
Well,
Eric.
thank you. Thank you. So then that's what it's all about. So let me go back to that and just share.
Yeah, because I was looking, I was like, okay. So I saw the last part when we was bringing up the CRM, but the I was waiting to see, is it something we're supposed to look at? Okay.
Not a problem. So
Great training, y'all.
Thank you so very much. So let's see. I should be. Okay. Let me stop again because I'm now at the very beginning of it. we pretty much, you guys did see the training center. Visually, you
Yes.
guys did see that. Okay. So let's just go ahead and open it up here at this point. Eric, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm going to give you a lollipop for that today. Sugar-free, all vegan. But here is, guys, where did you see this part here? Will we begin to share?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And of course, the means. And this, okay, so this is the part where I came back out where Ron asked, where we find this at? And this is your email that you're going to actually receive. And hopefully you saw this, but if not, you will actually receive an email giving you congratulations. You have a new prospect, providing their name, the email address, as well as their phone number so that you can follow up as well. And the drill for skill. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple of drills real quick and then we're done. So we can make certain that you guys have your hub activated. You know exactly and you feel comfortable to a space where you're saving your links. Send yourself an invite and then use the link for this evening's virtual business opportunity. I can go over it again, but hopefully someone can just type that real quick inside the chat so someone can see, but I can keep it up. I won't stop sharing, but hopefully I can minimize it. But let's just take all of 5 minutes, guys, and let's get this done. It shouldn't take that long at all. And we'd like to know that if you're having an issue with it, we can best serve you right now. It would be nice to have some music, but it would be even nicer if you guys are in a safe space to where you can just come off and come onto camera and at least come off mute. So if there's someone who does not have this part already done, we can help you. This is what this is for. This is interactive.
So
Even to what Eric, go ahead, I'm sorry.
yeah, let's ask in the chat. Put number 1 if you have already activated the system. To every participant, obviously, if you're driving, don't
Right.
get distracted. But if you're sitting somewhere, I like to see who has already activated the system.
And here's one is easier, preferably for those who've not, because those are the ones we want to capture today. For those who have not, put a 2.
I'm a 1.
Okay, thank you. And if you cannot come off camera, we understand. So let's circle back and make certain that you're getting with one of us so we can help you get that done today. Don't let a second go by further. But what's most important for us is we want to help those who don't have it done. And if we don't see any number 2s, then we'll move on. It is activated. Take the time, guys, right now to send yourself an invite so you can see the process. Just do that since you're already activated. And then put yourself in position tonight to where you are registered, if you will, for this evening. So we'll give that about a couple more minutes so that you can see it. That way, if you experience any hiccups, that we can help you with that.
Hey, while people are gathering up the courage to step up and get the help, I mean, this is the best opportunity to get help. And, we've got people that are very generous with their time to help us to learn, for our own sakes. On the Google Calendar thing that I mentioned, just when you add people to the, add guests, make sure it says whether to let other people see all the addresses. You say no, so do not show attendees or invitees, because that way when they get the reminder, it looks personalized. It's only to them. And it's also kindness to them, because nobody wants their email shared in a group bulk email out to other people, because then it just looks like, junk spam or, what people don't want. So the neat thing about that WhatsApp is that when you do the broadcast, everyone is getting a personalized to their name alone. So 256 people perceive that they got a personal text from you. And that's very, very powerful. And I think that's one of the reasons why we get the good results and the response rate. And then to Lynn's thing, whether you use an app like Keep or just the notes, like every phone has notes and you can save notes. So save those, first of all, save the link so that you can always easily access it, put it in your WhatsApp, put it in your text, whatever. And then also save those, the standard opening, like what I read. I save that because as I do another group of 256, I'm going to send the same thing, and there's no reason to keep reinventing the wheel.
And that's what you call using a CRM system of your own. I love it. Absolutely love it. But guys, if you were listening to Eric, what he had mentioned when we're sending out an email, you will see up in the very top where it either says BC or CC. And we're all about integrity here. So just do a blind copy, if you will, your BC. So again, everybody else's information is privy only to themselves. It's not shared and open. Thank you so much once again for sharing. So guys, again, hands-on today is what we want it to be. So let's go ahead and just wrap this up. And I promise you that I'm sharing my screen this time, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Let me ask a quick question, please.
Sure.
This goes back to what Eric was doing. I think I want to know how are you keeping track of the actual people that have responded to you in the 200? How do you know which ones have actually responded to you?
Well, that's the cool part. And then Fernando, jump in because you're really the expert on this, and he's who taught me how to do it. But here's the cool part about that broadcast. It goes out to 256 people individually. And when they reply, it comes back as a one-on-one thread. So it's as if you had sent it. So it doesn't come back in the broadcast that you sent out. It comes back in the, and I'm gonna, when it happens, I'm gonna send one to you, Ron.
Okay.
But it'll go to you. You'll think that I sent you a direct WhatsApp. You'll reply, and it'll reply only in between you and I in the WhatsApp. So it's as if you and I were having a conversation, and we are, right?
Mhm.
So that's
Mhm.
how you know. Now, what Fernando recommends is that once that person replies, go back into the broadcast group and take that person out, because you can now go back to that group and then send out, hey, just following up or something. And you don't want to send that to someone who already replied to you. So you take them out, and now that at some point you either want to put them into the hub, like what Lynn was describing, so that they now fall into the automations of MWR. You invite them to a workshop and then let the CRM take it from there, because it'll tell you, like Lynn showed the message, hey, you have a new person who's opened your email, who viewed the video, and now you can move that person down the football field. Meanwhile, you can now add a new name to the groups, so that you can have depends on how many people you have in your phone book. At 256 a day, it could take you several days, weeks maybe, and I figured it out that if I only did 256, it would take me over a month. So what I'm going to do is I decided to double up, and maybe I'll triple up later on once I get confident that I can handle the reply rate.
Mm-hmm.
But to answer your question very specifically, when they reply, it's going to be a one-on-one message between you and them, and now you can have a personalized conversation with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was a good answer.
I like to now thank you, Eric, so much for that explanation. See how simple he puts things. Lynn and Eric have an incredible way to communicate things, so simplistic that I think even a 5-year-old can understand it. Now, here's another thing that I'd like to also bring to your attention. When you're doing the Google Calendars, as Lynn alluded to, the BCC section is private. It goes separately. Don't add any attachments. The only attachment you want to add is the invitation to your MWR link so they can come, and join through the broadcast. But don't put any templates. Any attachments like that or a video is going to throw it to spam. And we have already tested that. So just the link of your hub, it's all you have to put in there, a nice little script. And you can find the scripts that are, either in our Telegram, because we do have like very simple scripts that we send out with your link on it when you do that. But don't put any additional attachments to it because it's going to throw it to spam. So if you don't do that, it'll go directly to their inbox. It's another a little bit of a advice. I'm sorry.
You said don't add, I'm sorry. You said don't add any attachments.
Yeah,
Like
like
when
a
you
template.
send out your invitation, your link, right? Before we have our 8 o'clock meeting, we send that out with so what about the
Template.
live Dr. Parker, the ones that the flyer on it. Do we send that
Yeah.
too, or don't send nothing? Don't send that, but just send your hub and saying you're giving an invitation to them.
On
Yeah,
the Google
Cassandra,
Calendar.
what he's meaning is that don't attach any files, so like, how you can paper clip something, another file, whatever you put it in the body of the message, right? So you can put the link inside, you can say whatever you want to say inside the email, but if it carries something, a lot of filters will either block it or put it into spam. So what all he's saying is that, like, don't attach a flyer or anything like that. Put it in the body of the email and it'll be fine. Like, you could copy that picture and put it in your email. You could, add
Okay.
links inside the email. Just don't attach anything.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Thank you, Eric. All right, Lynn, back to you.
Did that help as
Are we
far as the attachment?
That was good
I'm sorry?
again.
Say again?
I just said that was good. That explanation just solidified what you're doing for me.
Thank you so much. And guys, actually, we're pretty much, that's it. We're not in a home stretch. We're right there at the line. I won't say the end line, but your beginning line. So let me start sharing with this last couple of slides. And then it's on to application. It's on to the doing at this point. And you guys at this point should be able, I am back on. You guys can actually see where we're done with the drill, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So we're done with that. Thank you guys for participation, because application is going to be your way to success. And then what's happening right now is going to be your rank up to bank up. And not only do you want to, guys, give yourself enough time to make certain that you're achieving these luxury ranks, but it's a duplication factor. Give those individuals that you share with enough time so they can do likewise. The April promotion, and it goes back to March, the rank up to bank up. For
Nice.
every new, I can't see, but does someone have something to say or question?
Nice.
David, how are you, sir? Happy Saturday.
Thank you, Fernando. So for every new luxury rank that you actually achieve, you're going to benefit from the next luxury legacy rank because of the life of your business. Once you hit the legacy rank, it's permanent. So real quick, for instance, and we're done. With this promotion, what it's saying is that for the 3 QMDs and the 2 partners that you're going to have by this weekend, you have all the information necessary. Just plug them into what's happening this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. When you achieve your first 3 QMDs and your 2 outside customers, typically with the lifestyle bonuses, nothing. But now with this promotion, you automatically are going into the lifestyle bonuses. Each time your team is growing by 6 per week, that's $300 per week. That's pretty sweet. And that's now permanent. For the first time when you hit 2-star executive director, team of 12, versus just only having the $300 per week, no legacy bonuses, now it's a 2-star you're tapping into the $30 per QMD or member that comes through your business. And of course, I won't go all the way down, but for those who are hitting for the first time 4-star, that's going to be $40. Now, here's what I want to, and also, of course, you get the legacy bonuses. You also get your daily pay, but we're only speaking about the promotion here and what that entails, and that's going to be your lifestyle and your legacy bonuses. You're benefiting from those with every new rank that you achieve. I want to put a pin here just real quick to understand exactly what Brian House has done for you guys. That distinction between your 90 when you hit 4-star executive director and 36 when you're 3-star, that's a difference of 54 team members. Versus waiting until you're actually officially a 4-star executive director, where you're going to be receiving the $40 per QMD that comes to your organization. You can now go ahead and pick up those 30s as well as those 40s at a 3-star executive. Don't sit on this promotion at all. This is how you
Fernando, you might want to go a little bit deeper because you understand this better. Lynn, keep that up there, please.
Okay, we'll do.
What's really exciting about that, and number one, is that what Lynn said, you get to that rank one rank ahead. So you're actually getting to participate in a future rank right now. And when you get to the 3-star level, what's really cool is that now instead of every QMD that you bring in being worth $50, it's now worth $80. So now think about every time you sponsor somebody, and it doesn't matter who in your organization sponsors it. And that's what I just wanted you to comment on, Fernando. That now as a 3-star, it's $80. As a 4-star, it's $90. And as you can see, it can go all the way. If go to the very bottom, that can become $200 every time a brand new QMD joins your organization. And the bottom line is that if you want to make $300 a week, I'm just picking an arbitrary number. I'll do 400 because it's different than the lifestyle bonus. But if you want to make $400 a week, which is an average income for a lot of people, all you have to do is that if you're a regular executive director, it's $50. That's so you got to do 8 in a week. But if you are, for example, at the 5-star executive director, where you get another $50 on top of the $50, it's only 4 a week. It gets easier as you go up the ranks to earn more money. And what you'll notice later on when you have conversations with some of the leaders is that their luxury residuals are often matched by the other streams of income that add up once you get there. And that's why this promotion is really worth chasing.
Let me just say too real quick what Eric was just saying, right? And it really is to actually what Eric said. So yes, you do get the 40, you get the 30s on your legacy bonuses. So you're looking at the 50, which is your daily pay, plus the 30, but that's depending on whether someone has not achieved that level prior, and then you get a partial. And then when you get to the $100 per day, I think you had mentioned 90. So now you have the 100 plus the 40, which is 140, but also you have the 30s prior to that. So it's more like 140 plus the 30, 170, depending on whether someone had achieved that. And we can always go into revenue sharing plan. We can go more into depth with it, but the premise is actually correct. But that depends on, and this is the reason why I said here, out of those 54, you can either achieve the 3 or 4-star, depending on if it's shared or you're getting the whole thing. And by the time this is happening during this promotion, you want others to hit behind you. So though you may not get the full 30 or the full 40, exponentially, like Eric just said, you can actually, within your legacy bonuses, you can out earn your daily pay. So I think that's the direction that Eric was going in. We can go into a full-blown revenue sharing plan, but today I wanted it to be about the hub and have some questions answered. But hopefully that excited you guys, because each time I look at this revenue sharing plan, you ought to know just how generous Mr. House is. So even what he mentioned in the very beginning, getting your first 3, that puts you in a position to where your membership is paying for itself, plus you have the momentum bonus of 150. So here, don't leave the $1,500 on the table at all. So is there any questions on the revenue sharing plan? Because it is exciting while we have it here, or anything that we just said. It was about the hub today and the promotion, but if you have any questions about this revenue sharing plan, feel free to go ahead and ask now at this point. Can't see everyone. So if anybody's raising their hands, Fernando, let me know, and I'll just go on to the next slide if not.
No hands up.
Thank you so very much. And I thank you. Go ahead. Someone's going to say something?
No, I wanted to say, see, the best way to understand the compensation plan on a simplistic level is become a 1-star executive director if you are not one. Okay, once you become an executive 1-star executive director, the thing that the company's adding is those $300 that normally a 2-star executive director makes. So you're gonna do the same kind of work and get paid more money. That's what basically Mr. Brian House is saying. Same work, make more money. Why settle for less? Now we have this bonus, and take advantage of it. That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much. Don't leave it sitting on the table. Honestly, I mean, and stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Right now, we're speaking about unlimited lifestyle bonuses, 300s. Those adds up. And when we say the learning is in the doing, once you start earning, you will fully understand this commission structure. And it's, for my 40 years in the industry, I've never seen anything that was so robust, if you will, and so simplistic to understand. We can get into placement. We can get into only needing 3 legs. This revenue sharing plan is one of the most gorgeous ones I've seen in my career. So again, almost done. Your next event, guys, is this evening at 8 p.m. Make certain that you're utilizing your invitation link. We spoke today about WhatsApp. We spoke about your phone. Practice on that today as well, but not only practicing, but make certain that you're getting those invitation links out, and then use your link to go ahead and watch it for this evening. That is, again, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, and then 5 p.m. Pacific. And then your action tactics. What you're going to do when you leave from here today to leverage up. You're going to go ahead and watch. And Fernando, if you can go ahead and put this inside the actual chat for me. You're going to watch not one time, excuse me. You're going to not watch just one time, but several times the live that Mr. Brian House did on March the 30th. You're going to take note. More importantly, you're going to apply and take action. And the Vimeo video, even if you guys put the numbers down there, is 11786-72601. It is vital that you listen to this, not once, not twice, but as many times as that light bulb goes off in your head to understand exactly what it is that you have and to take action. The trainings in the hub, again, very thorough. Not just listening to them, not just taking notes, but taking action. And then leverage the promotion. I think we covered that succinctly just now in showing you how, if not, you're just leaving money on the table. If you don't need it, think of those lives that you can help right now, where people are losing jobs, where people might want to just utilize this extra money to purchase precious metals. Utilize and leverage the promotion, guys, at this point, and then schedule your launch, schedule your VBO. You will actually hear in this live that Mr. House is saying this is a tool that we have at the hub. It's not replacing the fact that you should understand at least the cadence of this presentation and or be able to present it. If nothing else, understand the flow. But schedule your launch, your virtuous business opportunity today. Get with the upline leader and make it happen. Not only are we using every night the overviews, but you still should be scheduling your own overview, inviting your own individuals. So I thank you once again for that time. I thank you, Fernando, for you guys joining in and providing that additional insight. But it's all about your time and financial freedoms. It's just been a pleasure sharing with you this evening, and I look forward to next week. And like you said, be it a follow up with the revenue sharing plan, or if we can get a consensus of what it is that people are needing. We have the basics. We know how to start, we know to share, and how to stay connected. Now it's time to implement these strategies so that this company is just moving forward into momentum, which I feel is about to happen.
Lynn, thank you so much. Everybody, let's all give a heart or a fire emoji to our incredible trainer of today, Lynn Gibbs. Thank you so much for allowing us your space. Eric, thank you so much for your input. I mean, we are so blessed to have leaders of this incredible caliber of professionalism. And Lynn, you provide 40 years of experience in the industry. And I don't know, you probably started out of high school maybe or earlier than that?
Well, actually, I came out of high school a year earlier. So high school wasn't for me, but I knew the concept of having a life, living this life abundantly. It was created for someone, so why not us? And we have that platform here with MWR Financial.
The best compensation plan, and I agree with you on that one. I've been doing this for 32 years, and nothing compares to this compensation plan. No
Nothing.
retractions, no chargebacks. Whatever they pay out, they pay out. They don't take any money back. So it's time for us to start protecting our memberships, retaining those memberships, and definitely, moving to our financial future prosperity. Eric, I see your camera open before we leave. Any final words?
Yeah, tonight we know who the speaker is, correct?
Tonight, no.
Mr. Hill,
Oh, okay.
isn't that right?
I'm
Tonight,
not sure.
because they've been rotating different leaders so that we have different perspectives and different different personalities presenting. And one of the things I think this group ought to be pretty excited about is Fernando has been up there. Dr. Parker is a regularly featured speaker. You're going to start to see a lot of our own familiar faces on the national broadcasts.
Phenomenal. Len was there the other day. What a presentation. Very, 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 I mean, like I said, smooth presentation. And I guess Mr. Wilder is going to be around Monday too.
Monday, I'm up.
All right. Hey, I'm telling you, we got to load it up. We got to load it up, ladies and gentlemen. So, and the good thing about it is when people don't get to come at the time that they receive the invitation, that same presentation or the same leader will keep running for 24 hours until the next upcoming leader presents for the next 24 hours.
And
So
it's
we
what,
got
1
this
p.m.
half.
Until
sorry?
1 p.m. until 1 p.m. Eastern the next day.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. 1 p.m. Eastern. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to promote this hub and achieve financial freedom. We have no excuses now. This is it right here. Simple, 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 and duplicatable. Thanks again, Lynn. Happy Saturday, everyone. We'll see you all
Enjoy
at the
your
top,
weekend.
and we'll see you in the beaches of the world. Bye.
Thank you.
You too, Lynn.
Blessings to you all.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Fantastic. Absolutely
Thank you.
fantastic. Thank y'all.